Today we're going to look at the number one question that affiliate marketers ask, which is how can I get more traffic? The good news is this: traffic is not a mystery. It's a process. Ultimately, you either buy traffic or you earn it. Today we'll take a look at both processes so you can finally get the traffic you need to do your affiliate marketing. Let's start with buying traffic. Buying traffic is like buying bread. You go to the store that sells it and you buy what you need. You don't go to a hardware store where they sell nails and saws and hammers to buy bread. You go to the store where they sell bread. So let's look at the stores where they sell traffic, with a focus on affiliate-friendly traffic, of course. I'll share some insights about each of these methods. We'll start with Facebook, one of the most active advertising platforms on the planet and incredibly profitable for affiliate marketers. Now, with Facebook, here's what you want to do. You're going to create a custom audience based on your avatar. You remember how earlier we discussed who your avatar is, your perfect prospect? That's a person that has a very clear need. Your product can help them solve that need, and you want to get the word out to them to say, I can help you solve that problem. That's who your avatar is. Nowhere in the world can you find that person more easily than on Facebook. And the way you do that is you create what's called a custom audience. Now, Facebook has help that walks you right through this step by step. It's actually quite easy. So step one, you create a custom audience based on your avatar, the person you're looking for. Number two, you want to look for an audience size of about 500,000 to 3 million people. Now, you're not going to reach all those people, but that's the size audience you want to start with. And remember, that's your potential audience, not what you're going to pay for. Also, you want to remember this when you do Facebook advertising. The ad sells the click, not the product. The more you describe the product that you're promoting, the less you'll sell of it. The more you talk about how it solves problems and then create curiosity, the better you will do. You want to focus your ad copy on the number one pain point. People on Facebook are in a big hurry, and they don't spend a lot of time reading ads. So don't hide the number one pain point. Talk about that right up front. And remember, simple messages sell best. Once you succeed with this, once you've created a Facebook custom audience, you're reaching your avatar and you're getting traffic and it's going well, you can create what's called a lookalike audience. Now, that'll be an audience based upon the first audience that you reached. And the reason you want to do this after you've had some success is you're basically cloning your first campaign, which can really help you scale up. Then you want to learn more about retargeting with Facebook as time goes by, but don't start with that. That's more advanced. And you will be paying per click with Facebook. But the great news is you can completely control your own clicks and costs and bids. So it's not going to get out of control. If you have $20 to spend or $200 to spend, you tell Facebook that, and that's how it will work. Now, let's look at solo ads. You've probably heard about solo ads before. A solo ad is simply a standalone email that's sent to someone else's list for a fee. When you're doing solo ads, you want to ask the solo ad provider a few things. Number one, how did they build their list? You want to make sure they built their list with content and high quality methods. Also, what type of offers does their list respond to? That's very important. So you remember our yoga example before? If you're selling a yoga type of product, let's say you're selling yoga mats at a real deep discount, but you're going out to an audience about how to prepare sushi, there may be some crossover there, but that's not really what you want. What you really want is to go out to a list where they want to know about yoga. And you want to find out how often do they mail to their list. If they're mailing to their list every day or multiple times a day, that can be a big red flag. So be a little bit careful with that. If possible, join their list and see what you get and see if you like that. Also, always send traffic to your own squeeze page. That's very important. You want to build your own mailing list because that's the number one asset that you'll build online is a mailing list of your own. And we're going to cover how to build a mailing list in another section coming up soon. Remember, the ad sells the click, not the product. So don't talk about the product. Talk about how the product helps people solve a problem. And with a solo ad, you'll pay one fee and get all the clicks. But let's say you spend $100, you're going to get all the clicks that generates. You will not be charged per click, you're charged a one-time fee. Now let's talk about banner ads. Banner ads are very popular. They've been around for a very long time, and they work really well for affiliate marketers. You want to place your banners on highly targeted blogs. So once again, going back to your yoga example, you want to be on blogs that are about yoga technique or types of yoga or where to find yoga classes or even online yoga classes, not other types of blogs. You want to use a 300 by 250 size ad, that's a little square ad, in the right sidebar. That's probably the best placement for a banner ad, especially when you're starting out. And you want to be careful about your placement. What you really want is the top right-hand corner, because that's where a person's eye goes to when they're reading a blog. They read from left to right, and as they go from the left to the right, they see your banner ad, and if it's appealing, they'll pay attention to it. But if it's buried way down, then sometimes you miss an opportunity. So here's what you do. You ask for the top right placement. In many cases, they'll just give it to you because you asked. And you know how life is. If you don't ask, you don't get. And larger banners work well too, but I'd start out with the 300 by 250 size. That really works well. Banners are sold on a cost per impression basis. In other words, how many people see your ad is how you'll pay. It's a tiny amount of money per impression. Or on a time basis. For example, you can buy a banner ad on this site for a month for $45. And you want to check the blog traffic statistics on your own. So if a blog says we're getting 40,000 visitors a month, you want to go check that out on your own just to verify that. It's always a good idea. Now let's talk about native ads. You've seen native ads even if you don't recognize the name native ads. These are those little ads that says as seen on or you might also be interested in. These are small ads that look like content even though they're not content. You want to check out Taboola and Outbrain. Those are two big suppliers of native ads, and they're both affiliate friendly. You must use strong curiosity with these ads. It's a competitive marketplace, so your curiosity has to be very strong. And very little text, just a hook, really just a headline on native ads. Because if you've seen these, you might also be interested, also found on the web type ads. You know they are mostly the headline. Free works well with these ads too. If you're offering something free, say that as big as you can in the ad. Now let's talk about pay-per-click ads. Pay-per-click is a little different than Facebook, even though Facebook is a pay-per-click platform. I'm talking about Google and Bing and Yahoo and places like that. The ad will succeed or fail based on the headline when you do pay-per-click. Really, very few people read past the headline, so you want to focus on that headline and make sure it's strong. A strong call to action is also important. Just click here won't do it. You really want to have a strong call to action. And you want to give away something free if you can. That works very well with pay-per-click. You want to obey the rules of the network. Don't overlook Yahoo and Bing too. Those are cost effective now because the market is so competitive. You know, Google used to be the 800-pound gorilla, right? They owned the business. And then Facebook came in and kind of took over. And now everybody's having to get more competitive. That works to your advantage because you can get lower bid prices.